Are there any stories associated with the glaciers, how the glaciers came to be? Are there any old stories about that?
I really didn't hear too much about the glaciers, but they were referred to by our elders that within the areas. They will refer to them as Sakukote awas. Sakukote means like glass, because the glaciers they shine like glass, and they'll refer to them in that way, that they were always within that area. They never melt, and that's how I hear them.
So for as far back as anyone can remember, these glaciers were intact.
That's my understanding. That's how I heard our elders talk about our mountain area, and within those areas referred to as the glacier areas.
What would they say about them?
They'd say that they were there, and they were noticeable. You noticed how they remained there all the time.
What does this place mean to the Blackfoot? These mountains, this place that's so clean and natural and full of life.
Well, this was their life within these areas. They used it in every way. They came to hunt, they came to be in a wooded area, they came to fast, they prayed within these areas, and it was very sacred to them. In fact, this one mountain, they refer to it as the sacred mountain, holy mountain, Natuyistak, holy mountain, because it was very spiritual. And that's how they saw this area, and they were our elders. A lot of times they would say the whole area, this whole mountain front is sacred, because this is where we get our visions and a lot of dreams. People appear to a spiritual people in many ways. You can hear things by the spirits, and this is how we direct our lives, of the guidance that we get from those spiritual people.
So this would be the place where the spirits would speak to men.
Right. They speak to men.
Earl, now you know that, of course, so many things have changed, obviously, and in so many different ways from those days, but we now hear about this global climate change, man-made global warming, and the scientists, or anybody with two eyes, can see that the glaciers are shrinking. What is this? How does this fit into the way that Blackfoot people traditionally look at the world? What does it mean? What's it tell you?
To our people, that even a few years ago back, those people that were still here with us that I interpreted for, they saw things way back at that time, even at that time, that there was some changes taking place within the whole area, not only our area. They're saying there's too many things that's going up into the air, too many things going up into the sky. That's changing a lot of things, our way of life, even our way of life, the way we see things. And today it's not that real anymore. Even our climate changed. It's not the same. We know certain times this is what's going to happen. This is what to look forward to. Today we can't do it anymore because it changed so much, unpredictable anymore. And they knew that when things start changing, people are going to change. And it's true. A lot of our people don't really know what's really happening, our young people. And I think this needs to go back to them. They need to know more of what was happening, where we're at today.
When we see the glaciers shrinking, is it something from the universe is trying to send us a message to change what we're doing, or is it maybe all telling us, look, you've already made too many mistakes?
Well, it is telling us to change. It's telling us find another direction, find a way that things can connect again, where we can start seeing some things for the future for our young people, because there's too many things that have happened, and there is a change, and it's not going to come unless we, the people, start doing what we can to bring it back, and it's going to be difficult.
And this is something that applies not only to the Blackfoot people, but to all the people of the world, correct?
Yes.
That's important, isn't it?
That's everybody. Yeah, today we have a lot of changes, all kinds of changes. People today, sometimes they're afraid to do things. Something might not work together. So it's important that our young people, our people as a whole, understand it. And it can be done yet if we continue looking on to those spirits, those creators, the gods that our people pray to and they look to.
If the glaciers go dry, if there's no more snow on the mountain, if, as you were telling me before, the big snow in the spring and the big snow in the autumn don't come anymore, what will that mean to your people?
I don't think we're going to have too much within our lands, within our areas. I think we're going to dry up. We're going to find that we're going to be scarce about the water. We're going to find it difficult because water is our sacred. To the Indian people, water is sacred. If they can just have water, they'll go a long ways. If that's gone, it makes everything alive. So that's a dangerous thing, to lose our water, to lose that moisture that comes through these glaciers, through whatever means it does coming from the mountains. And so it's important. Today we already lost that fall big snow. We lost the spring big snow. It don't happen anymore. And it was always something that our people looked forward to. My sister received her Indian name from that fall big snow. It's Chitsot Potaki, Snow Woman. And that's how it was recognized. That's how real they were.
Everything together, like two fingers.
Right.
Right. Would it be possible for you to sing a little bit of that song, that mountain song from the Cowboy Society?
There's a group of men that lived within the mountain front, mostly to the south. And they were men that used to help these people with their animals, ranchers. In the fall time, they gather the animals. And when those people that own the animals are ready to round up their animal, they call on these men. These men said, why don't we make a society out of this, since they're always calling on us? And we'll call our society Cowboy Society. They're not necessarily riders out of a rodeo, but it was just men that were around horses and done these kinds of things. So they called Cowboy Society, Aputskinas Kuma. And by that, they composed a song, the Cowboy Societies. That song still exists with us. The society no longer exists. Because we even lost that roundup time. There was a time when our area was no fenced area. It was all open. They just roamed. And today it's all closed in. You don't need it. And so this is the song. yo, yo. Ayaw nina spumokin na. Nakumoksin yung papi, piksi ito. Suka piyakan sa tapi-tapiya. Just a little short prayer.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I think there's going to be a lot of things lost through this. And I think it's going to, our young people are not going to have the same kinds of things to look forward to, the same kinds of things to hope to use, because they're not going to be there. And we need to find some other way. How can we encourage them to continue and to try to stay within the best that they can in our way of life, the Indian way of life? And I think that's going to help them to start connect things together again. But right now, you know, they don't know what's going to happen in the future. They don't know that much about our past. They're just in between. We need to help that, to tell them that you have a generation ahead of you that's going to be some changes. You need to know how to cope